Hey guys, welcome back to opening more Digimon boosters. Will you be able to boost when I finally have my Rockets admin? It's not even the original Rockets admin. It's the re-release for the 25th anniversary. Why can't I get the original one? The original one's like worth $20. So yeah, just one of those things that you get where all of your cards from the Ruby and Sapphire era becomes so expensive for some ungodly reason. People are playing more of older formats, so when you want older cards because you remember them from when you're a kid, when you're in it, no, do not. From when you are a kid, you're just like, you're screwed because, everybody else wants to do that too, and everybody wants to rank up the prices. Even though these cards are like absolutely worthless, you can't even use them in competitive play. You would just be using them in your own like fun times. When the fun you be having is being like destroyed by capitalism, what you do is you buy a real big gun. Anyway, we're back here to open some more Digimon packs. So enough about how expensive Pokemon cards have gotten for some ungodly reason. Time to talk about how expensive Digimon cards are. They're actually less expensive than Pokemon cards, even though there are some really rare Digimon cards. But then again, like, different. Anyway, like I always say, if you see a card in here that you want to, like, an effect red for, go back to an earlier episode, because if I didn't read them, I probably read them in an earlier episode. So, anyway, Kyubimon, I've already read a lot of the cards from this pack, so a lot of this is going to be more of, like, speedrun. Alright, so Locomon, Devidramon. I accidentally picked it up, but we've already seen that one. The Searcher card, Fist of the Beast King. Got ourselves Digivolution Plugin S, an Optimizer. Oh, this is something new. We got Creep Hands. ADR05 Creep Hands. I mean, those are some creepy hands. That's a creepy rib cage you got, brother. Anyway, Creep Hands. It really should say Creepy Hands. Its effect says, opponent's turn while you have a Mother D Reaper in play, this Digimon gains Blocker. I mean, it's not actually a Digimon, but whatever you think you want to be, you just look like a creepy monster thing. Alright, we got Viximon hanging out with like two Relamons and Cubimon hanging out behind it. Pretty cute looking card. Anyway, Viximon's ability, or its inheritable, reads, your turn once per turn. When you use an option card of two or more, draw one. That's pretty good since all Renmon cards talk about the stupid option cards. I think it's mostly because Rika used a ton of those when she would fight, so makes sense. Got ourselves another Kazu, another Rio. Oh, well now we do have Biaozamon, the one card that I was wanting. So now we have a regular Biaozamon, we have a Biaozamon Blast Mode, and now we also have Biaozamon 2010. We've got a bunch of different Impmons. We've got Ice Devimons slash, Wizardmons, or whatever the hell you want to call its champion and ultimate. Actually, Ballmon, I have a ton of those, so. I'm pretty good on Biaozamon lines. Anyway, Biaozamon's ability, you can definitely see down there, he's got his, the Demon Lord symbol for him of gluttony. Remember, for some reason, Biaozamon is the Demon Lord of gluttony. Don't really know why. He doesn't really seem like a gluttonous person. But then again, he was so obsessed with power that I guess you could, instead of him being actually gluttonous for power, or instead of being gluttonous for food, he was gluttonous for power. But I would see that more as greed, or anything else. But I think it's just because they didn't have a Digimon for that one, and they were just like, you know what, Biaozamon, you can have that. And he's like, this is dumb. Anyway, Biaozamon's ability says, when this card is trashed from your deck, you may play Impmon from your trash without paying its memory cost. Okay. Then, when Digivolving, there's no card that says while Digivolving. There's no, steps for that. When Digivolving and when attacking, I just don't understand when they've got those two bars there. Does that mean in either or situation, or does it have to be Digivolving and attacking? I don't know. I really need to read up a ruling on that, but you may trash the top two cards of your deck. Then delete one of your opponent's level 3 or lower Digimon. For every 10 cards in your trash, add 1 to that ability. So it's kind of like Blast Mode's ability. It's about to do the same, but it starts off with a little bit of a higher status. But then again, Blast Mode has 14,000 DP, while regular Impmon just has... no, regular Impmon. Regular Beelzemon has just 11,000. Yeah, there's no Impmon X. I think there might be a Beelzemon X somewhere in the card game. Let me look up if that's a thing or if it's just in the Japanese version for now. Beelzemon X TCG. It's in BT12. So yeah, you're going to have to wait until we get to the one with the Cross Hunters in order for us to get Beelzemon X. But that's probably going to be like a secret rare since, you know, Beelzemon Blast Mode was a secret rare in this. I wonder if we can get, what's it called? Gallantmon Crimson mode from all this, since I'm guessing that's the other secret rare, because how many secret rares are there? Let me see. 2, so I'm guessing that's the other one, since that's like the other burst mode of the series. Anyway, we got 8 Digimon, Lopmon, Growlmon. Isn't it weird that we've gotten like Growlmon, Cubimon, Gargomon, but no Terriermon, Renamon, or anything? Another Creep Hands. Such a strange name. Alright, Offensive Plugin A. This is probably going to be the first pack where white is the most plentiful card. That usually never happens. Alright, Labramon, Searcher, Head, Viximon. Oh, Fireball, otherwise known as Pyrosphere. Don't know why it's not called Pyrosphere, or maybe that's a different card. Anyway, Fireball says, main, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3,000 or less DP. If an opponent's Digimon wasn't deleted by this effect, draw 2. And the security just says activate the main effect. So actually it would be better if it doesn't target anything, because I don't really care about destruction. I care more about drawing, so that might actually be a pretty good card. And speak of the devil, he's right here. Guilmon is currently trying to eat a fruit that Kunamon died from, so, you know. Never heard of a suicidal Guilmon, but that if there was one in real life, that would be him. Anyway, his ability says, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, add 1 card with Growlmon or Gallantmon in its name, and 1 Takato among them to your hand. Place the remaining at the bottom of the deck in any order. Pretty good. And its inheritable reads, when attacking once per turn, if this Digimon has Growlmon or Gallantmon in its name, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3,000 or less DP. It just sounds like the Fireball card without the cool effect, so, Now we got Blue Card. So they really be diving into the old Digimon cards, not the ones that, not the 2020 ones, like the old 2003 ones and stuff with the random cards. So Blue Card being the one that allows them to Digivolve into a champion. It says, if you got a Tamer, no color, and then main, reveal top 5 cards to your deck. You may Digivolve one of your Digimon into a non-white Digimon. You know we don't like those white Digimon, mostly because they're all demons. Among them, without paying its cost, if you don't add 1 Digimon card among them to your hand, place the remaining at the bottom of the deck in any order. At least, even if the target is niche, you can still get a card out of it, even if you can't find anything. Then security, play 1 Tamer card from your hand without playing its memory cost. That means you would just have to hang on to 1. But then again, if you've got something in your security, you probably don't know it's even there, so. Cool card. I wonder if there's a red card. Red card. Can't be talking about the red cards. They only got those in football. And every other sport, pretty much. So, pretty much everywhere. Man, why can't Digimon be a sport? Why can't Digimon raising be a sport? I think that would be really awesome. But then again, they have to create Digimon first, so. There's a little bit of a hurdle they'd have to get over. Anyway, we got ourselves a Locomon. Well, I don't have my camera light on. Whatever. You guys can still see it, though. So, don't really matter. Anyway, Digimon. Lopmon. The Optimizer. Something cool is back there. Creep Hands. Offensive Plugin A. I'm quite offensive. I'm just going to tell that joke a million times. Labramon. the Searcher, Talmon, Fireball, the blue card. Oh, Mega Gargomon. That's good. He's kind of like firing out all of his stuff, otherwise known as Saint Gargomon as well, or Saint Galgomon. Pretty cool looking. He's like, you can kind of see behind him, but it kind of looks like the spear or like all the weird data that like Terriermon uses to digivolve to Gargomon. Like, you know, the weird green spear and stuff. Pretty cool. Anyway, his ability says, when digivolving, for each green tamer you have in play, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. They don't unsuspend until your opponent's next unsuspend phase. Then, when attacking once per turn, return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon with DP less than or equal to this Digimon to their owner's hands. That's pretty good. It really, I mean, putting it into the hand is a lot less good than putting it into the trash, but it could be good if you're kind of like guessing what your opponent's hand might be. Like if they have, like, they aren't able to digivolve all that much, you could kind of guess that, oh, well, if I can do that, I can place another dead card in their hand, and they can get bricked. You know how I love bricks. Something cool's back there, but we can't look at it right now. Anyway, we've got Lopmon. Not War Growlmon, just regular Growlmon. Strike-Dramon. Offensive plugin A. Labramon. We're going to have so many copies in this. Searcher. Head. Gorillamon. Gorilla Grip. Nobody gets that. Literally nobody would. Only me. Palmon. Fireballs. Fireballs! Yum! The Reaper, and another Sakuyamon. This might actually be an alternative art. Since we had a different one, I can feel by its texture. It's pretty much the same ability, but it looks cool. It looks a lot cooler with their like rainbow, weird, multiple elemental effects. So, pretty cool looking. Always nice to get an alternative art. Always nice to see a fan who is a fan. Always nice to fans. No, you gotta support. You gotta support the supporters. I don't know what that means. I guess if we were in Pokemon, maybe that would make some sense. Not in Pokemon, though. Excuse me. Anyway, what we got next? Checking our time. We're doing pretty good on time, I'd say. Anyway, Growlmon. Strike-Dramon. Mephistomon. The Head. Got Bad Head, I would say. That would be Bad Head. Gorillamon, Fisted the Beast King, the Bubbles, Gatekeeper, oh, Reapermon. Is that what you're calling him? Okay, then. Sometimes this Digimon's called Gokumon, I think, or maybe I'm thinking of a different Digimon, but as this game calls it, it's called Reapermon. So, yeah, this never showed up in the show. This is another one that's more of a game-related Digimon. It's like if we got a card for Grimmon. I don't know. Actually, let me check and see if there even are cards for Grimmon. That'd be pretty awesome. Grimmon TCG. There's like fakies made, but there's no actual Grimmon card yet. I'm guessing at some point there will be a Grimmon card, so that's a pretty iconic, like, game Digimon. Kind of like Raidenmon. Anyway, Reapermon / Gokumon, if I'm correct, is from the game Digimon Rumble Arena, and was kind of the main villain of it, even though there was no real story to it. It was like the final boss of the arcade mode, so that's where he comes from, if I'm correct. Anyway, Reapermon's ability says, reboot. Then, opponent's turn once per turn, when an opponent's Digimon becomes unsuspended, de-digivolve that Digimon. I mean, that would be pretty good at the very beginning, since you have to, like, evolve. You have to unsuspend everything that might have attacked last turn, unless they've also got reboot. But then again, it's once per turn, so you'd have to make it target something specific. So, it's got pretty cool card art, but then again, it's a very obscure Digimon that not a lot of people would know of, so interesting that it's even here. All right, we got Alice McCoy, the dead person. Yeah, this is McCoy, otherwise known as Dolphin's daughter, who may or may not be dead. according to fan theory. I don't know if it's actually meant to be that she's dead or not. I'm not sure. But anyway, she's Dobermon's tamer. And her ability reads, your turn once per turn. When a Digimon would Digivolve from level 5 to 6, you may delete one of your Digimon to reduce the Digivolution cost by 3. Not a bad ability, and that could probably be thrown into a lot of decks. Then security, play it without its cost. So, not a bad card. Though it is interesting to try and wonder if she's dead or not. Anyway, Cyberdramon and Dobermon, which fits real well with getting Alice in this thing. So, Alice's Digimon, Dobermon. His ability reads, when you would play this card from your hand, reduce its cost by 2 if you have Alice in play. On deletion, trash the top 3 cards of your deck. Then return one purple Digimon card or one purple Tamer from the trash to your hand. So, I wonder if there's even Cerberusmon or, what's it called? Anubismon in this deck. Pretty throwaway card, but, if they're going to include all the Tamers from, Tamers, then they would probably need to include her since she was part of it. I really need to figure out what that whole fan theory was about her being dead. I really want to figure out what that even means because, I haven't seen Tamers, but I know that that is something some people think, so I want to know why, though. I need to know why. Why? Anyway, Strike-Dramon, is it good? Yep. Alright, Strike-Dramon. Mephistomon. All those little balls in the background. Ground Locomon. I almost said it wrong. I said it like ground and then thought it was wrong, but no, that's right. Fist of the Beast King. Bubble Boy. Why is there no ADR 1? We've seen like every other ADR. Gravekeeper or Gatekeeper, same difference. Digivolution. Reapermon. Got another Alice. Got ourselves another Cyberdramon and another Dobermon. Pretty much every card we just saw in a last pack, so that's interesting. If you were to buy 2 packs in a row there, then you might actually just get the same cards twice, so that would have been pretty bad. I would say I'd be pretty sad after that. Actually, for this one, there's a Digi-Egg card at the very back. That must be a very special Digi-Egg. Alright. We got ourselves a Ground Locomon, a Gargomon, Andromon, very mad Andromon, Digivolution card, plug-in S, Ice Devimon. I guess I never referenced why that might be in here. It's probably for like the whole episode where Rika was like, like being harassed by him. And she became friends with everybody afterwards. Pendulum Feet, Optimizer, and Caesarmon. Oh, we got a Gummymon, being the in-training of Terriermon. And Gummimon's ability, or inheritable, says, your turn once per turn, when an opponent's Digimon becomes suspended, draw 1 card. Makes sense. And they're just kind of hanging out on the swing set. Really, I wish there are such things as this, but I really wish there were more adult swing sets. Because, like, swings are pretty fun to like, swing on. But there's really not enough of them for adults to use. Like, some of them are kind of, like, made so that they don't break all that easily. And sometimes even kids that are fatter than adults will use them. But, like, I want something that's, like, big enough so I can fit my fat ass on it. Anyway, enough about industrial strength swings. We've got Rapidmon, which is my favorite ultimate out of the Tamers group. So, Rapidmon, he's just a giant bunny like mech thing. And Rapidmon's ability says, when Digivolving, if you have a green Tamer in play, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. And the inheritable is much, much longer. It says, your turn once per turn, when an opponent's Digimon becomes suspended, this Digimon gains security attack for that turn. So when it becomes suspended, gain a security attack. So that could be pretty good. Because their ability literally talks about suspending somebody else. Alright, we got Rika. Edgy McEdgerson with a broken heart on her shirt. But, if you've seen the show, you probably understand why that is. Anyway, Rika's ability says, start your turn if you have 2 or less memories, set your memory to 3. And when you would attack with a Digimon with Renamon, Cubimon, Talmon, and Sakuyamon in its name, because there's no like credence between all three cards. None of them share names in any way. You may suspend this tamer to use one option card with plug-in in its name without paying its memory cost. So that would actually be really good. I would say that's a pretty good one. And then just set it without having to pay memory cost for security. So not a bad card, I would say. What's behind it, though? Oh, we got another rare. It's the Mother D Reaper. So I guess I've pretty much got every piece of it. Now, the Mother, I guess, is the same strength as the Reaper itself, but instead we've got it and then, what's it called? Gallantmon right at the very beginning. So, just another piece from the anime, though, so it's kind of boring art. Anyway, Mother D Reaper's ability says, all turns this Digimon can't attack and isn't affected by opponent's effects. Main once per turn if you don't have another... Also, it has... Oh, it's a Digi-Egg. I was like, what? It's a Digi-Egg. So that's why it has no... Like, what's it called? No play cost. So this thing would be played at the beginning of the game. I was thinking, like, how can you get this out, like, quick to set up all your plays? But no, it's played at the very beginning of the game. Alright, then. Then it says, main, once per turn. If you don't have another Mother D Reaper in play, place one ADR Searcher from in play or in your hand under this Digimon's bottom Digivolution cards. Then your turn once per turn. When you would play a card with D Reaper and its traits from your hand, you may reduce its cost by 1 for each of this Digimon's Digivolution cards. So it's a lot about powering up the Mother D Reaper that can't attack and can't be attacked to make all your other monsters a lot stronger. So be an interesting archetype to play, but its play costs are just insane. But then again, you can like turn down the play cost just by using the Mother, but like that's a lot of setup. That is a massive fuck ton of setup, I would say. All right. Pull this out of here if I can. All right. Make sure this is all set up correctly. Gotta love its like little jittering it makes. Anyway, got a Gargomon. Got Angemon. Not Angemon, Andro. Cubimon. I'm really hungry. Probably after this, I need to make some food. Ice Devimon. Pendulum Boy. Optimizer. Optimizer Pro. Caesarmon. High Speed D. Gummymon. Rapidmon. Rika again, which you would probably want to play a couple of these. And then a Magidramon. The first double color we've seen in quite some time, I would say. Anyway. Magidramon's important since it's, well, you know, kind of like a problem that was caused. A big problem that Takato caused. Anyway, it looks pretty damn metal. It's like, you can't even see its eyes. It's like all red. But it's pretty fucking cool looking. The name of this card is also treated as Chaos Gallantmon. I guess he's in here as well. You know, I've got like a bunch of Magidramon cards, but not a single Chaos Gallantmon. It says, when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 10,000 DP or less. If no Digimon is deleted by this effect, trash top 5 cards from both players' decks. I guess if you're playing a, like, against a, like a purple player, that might not be good, because you might actually be helping them. Then, on deletion, you may play one Guilmon and one Takato from your hand, and or trash without paying memory cost. Pretty metal-looking card, but I still need a Chaos Gallantmon to use a lot of its abilities. There's a lot of the types of cards that are Magidramons talk about Chaos Gallantmon, but I don't have one, so not great, not great. Anyway, put the cards on the thing and do your thing. Scratch the back of my head. I'm getting real hungry. Anyway, got Cubimon, Locomon again, Devidramon, High Speed Plugin D, Creep Hands, Horn Striker, Plugin A, the Searcher. I've got a lot of these now, so that's good. Hopmon, Jerry. Oh, we got Terriermon, so finally another rookie. All we need is Renamon, and then we've got the trio. So, Terriermon's ability says, your turn once per turn when you would play a green tamer, gain 1 memory. Not great. Then its inheritable says, your turn once per turn when an opponent's Digimon becomes suspended, this Digimon gains plus 2,000 for the turn. The plus 2,000 is better than plus 1,000 that most rookies give, so I ain't gonna turn it down. But it is kind of a lackluster Terriermon card. You're very lackluster. Oh, and then our last card was I and Mako, being the Tamers of Impmon. Yes, Tamers, because for some reason, in like the minds of the sovereigns or whoever the fuck set up them, they were just like, you know what, you take him. And they're like, okay. Anyway, yeah, I would think this might be the first card that shows 2 Tamers but doesn't have double abilities, like double colors, just because they're meant to share the same Digimon. So their ability says at the start of the turn, set the memory to 3. And your turn, when you would attack a Digimon, you may suspend this Tamer to trash the top card of your deck. Then if this attacking Digimon is Biaozamon, you may Digivolve it into a Blast mode in your trash for a cost of 3. And then play this card without its memory cost for security. So that is actually pretty good since, you know, all of the Biaozamon cards talked about if they are trash to do something. So then you can pull something out of the trash by using them. So not a bad card. Definitely useful for a Biaozamon deck. That'd be cool to make a Biaozamon deck. I'm just straightening up my cards. Anyway, I'm having a guess we probably have about 4 more, so this is number 4. We could probably finish it in this episode and just make it a 3 episode. Save some time. Save some time. Come on, you. I just want to get you out of the pack. There you go. Gotta rip up all your cards. Don't need them no more. Alright. Got ourselves a Locomon. Ourselves. It's not like you guys own these cards. I do. So suck it. Devydramon. Lopmon. Creepans. Don't even say Mon. Just Creep. Hornboy. Horny Man. A Searcher Gorilla. A Searcher Gorilla, yes. The gorillas that search through my underwear drawer. What? Don't ask about them. They're crazy. Lopmon. Another Jerry. We've got so many Jerrys, but no, like, Leomons. Another Mother Reaper. And another Terriermon. I really want, like, a Gallantmon or something. But, you know, I'm not too disappointed with these packs, because getting Biaozamon was pretty fucking awesome, along with Blast Mode. So we at least got 1 secret rare. Alright. Place it down, make sure it stationizes, or whatever. Stabilizes, that's the word I'm asking about. Lopmon. Growlmon. We didn't get any more War Growlmons. Strike-Dramon. Gorillamon. I'm placing more of the blue cards over here for some reason. I just really think that that's the blue station, but no, that is the multicolor station. More bubbles. I love bubbles. Digivolution. Pendulum Feet again. Caesarmon. I really wonder if there even is a Leomon in this entire pack. Probably not, since he's dead. Anyway, we got Yamon. The in training of Impmon, as you can see in the background, we got Tokomon, Modimon, Kapurimon, and Sunomon. So I'm guessing that's why in the next card, the Impmon card, none of them want to hang out with him because he, like, you know, abused them as a child. So that's kind of your fault, Yamon, and Keymon being his fresh. Man, Tokomon is so sad. He doesn't like green and purple. Just get a bath, idiot. But then again, they're babies, so they probably wouldn't do any of that. Anyway, Yamon's inheritable says, your turn. When there are 10 or more cards in your trash, this Digimon gets plus 2,000 DP. Not bad, but then again, kind of situational, like the Biaozamon deck. Oh, we got ADR Jerry. ADR01 Jerry. This is the weird Jerry with, you know, mammular glands. So strange to see on, like, you know, a child. Very weird. It was a weird design, but then again, a lot of Tamers designs are kind of weird. Anyway, Jerry's ability says, main, you may suspend this Digimon to reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. Place 1 Searcher among them and under one of your D-Reaper mothers. As its bottom Digivolution cards, place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. So, You could accidentally target multiple searchers and then lose a couple, so that might be bad. Anyway, what's the next one? Now we have Renamon, so we're good on all of our rookies. It's very dark. Let's see. It's like kind of doing Diamond Storm, but upside down for some reason, so it's trying to be Fly, but it is a furry guy, so. Anyway, on play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with Kyubimon, Talmon, or Sakuyamon in its names, and 1 Rika among them to your hand. Place the rest of the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. Then its security says your turn once per turn, when you would use an option card with a cost of 2 or more, gain 1 memory. So, not bad, but there's probably better targets for that. Anyway, then we got Golfmon. So Golfmon is the mega for Mephistomon, and is like the final boss from the first Tamers movie. So he is literally Satan. He's like a big old goat winged monster demon, so he looks pretty fucking rad. This card art kind of really doesn't do him justice because he's meant to be like massive, and you really don't see him all that much. But anyway, his ability says when digivolving, all players trash the cards in their hands until they have 5 cards left. Your turn. Wait. Oh, okay. So you mill the hand. Then your turn, once per turn, when one of your effects trashes a card in your hand, you may unsuspend this Digimon. So that's pretty good. So that means you could Digivolve and then unsuspend them by using a secondary effect. So, not bad. Actually, we have 4 cards left after this. I was thinking that was the 4th to last card. No, that was the 5th to last card. We're probably going to go a little bit over if we kind of, open too many of these, just because I want to be able to finish it up for this episode. Alright. Because I really need to take a shower. Because John wants to do the magic thing soon. I talked about that a couple episodes beforehand. So, if you didn't get that conversation, you suck. And you should know. Because you know everything about me. Parasocial relationship. Parasocial relationship, gotta love them. I mean, if you're dream, then you thrive off them. And you thrive off the, little kids it brings you. But we don't talk about that. That's alleged. That's alleged, even though I think it's going to court at some point. It's only alleged, so I can't say anything definitive about it, so I better not fuck myself over. Anyway, Mephistomon. Another stupid name, man. Gargomon. Fist of the Beast King. Bubble Buddy. Just call him that now. Just fucking SpongeBob reference. Gatekeeper. The Digivolve plugin. Ice Devimon. Gummymon. Gummimon's got quite a lot of here. And then we got another Reapermon. Guilmon. That's cool. And then, alternative art for Dobermon, which is interesting. I didn't know we'd get that. So this is like, this has no art credit because it's just a screenshot from the anime after, I think Dolphin sees his kid again, who is dead or whatever. So it's the same effect that Dobermon had last time. It's just a little bit cooler of an art. But then again, I'm guessing it's not really worth much. So I'm just going to keep it because it looks cool. I'm going to keep it because it looks cool. Can probably run it in a Labramon deck that uses purple. Because I already have purple Labramons just from other stuff. So I like the art. I like the art. I even have like Anubismons and Cerberusmons, so it would work pretty well. Anyway, we've got Andromon, Kyubimon, Locomon, the stupid pendulum-looking motherfucker. At least every, pack will at least have 2 of the Mother Reaper shit, so. The D-Reapers. Anyway, Optimizer, Caesarmon, the plugin D, Creep Hands, another Alice. I have so many Alices now. Another Rapidmon, blue card, and what was... Oh, it's a alternative art for Jerry, so that's pretty cool. Shows her with her D-Power / D-Arc. So sad that she lost her Leomon, but then again, I guess I can just play a deck with Leomons and make her happier. So, it's the same exact effects, just an alternative art, but a very cool looking alternative art. I really wish this, set had a Leomon, maybe it could give her, a Mega Leomon in some way, just to kind of be like, oh, well, we're just going to say he's back. Because then again, Digimon don't die, really. Like, at some point, because at the very end of Tamers, like, everybody's there. The digital world link was reestablished. So maybe at some point, maybe there was some other piece of lore that just says Leomon's never coming back. But in the end, Leomon will return and just return as a Digi-Egg. So from there, they can still be friends. It'll work out in the end. It'll work out. Anyway, Growlmon. Strikemon. Maybe it's just wishful thinking by me. Mephistomon. Bubble Buddy. Digivolution Plugin S. The Pendulum Boy. Caesarmon. Creephands. Another Yamon. The Jerry Reaper. I and Mako. And then a Renamon. Alright, so now we're at the very last pack. What do you think we're going to get? I would love to get like a Gallantmon or a Gallantmon Crimson mode, or maybe Medieval Gallantmon, but I don't think Medieval Gallantmon's in this. And from what I'm seeing, I don't think it's going to be in here, so very sad, but you know, we got a lot of cool cards nevertheless. So, we've got a Mephistomon, Ground Locomon. We've got so many of those guys. Gargomon, Creep Hands, Labramon, Head Boy, Fist of the Beast King. Just checking the camera in case. Yeah, you can still read stuff. The Gatekeeper from Hell, another Gigimon, the Jerry Sister card, Gardramon, and finally Takato. So, not a very, hype ending, but, I am fine with that. I am fine with that. We've got a hell of a lot of cards, and I want to show you, this is how many white cards I got this time. Usually, I'll get white cards at a size of, like, this. So, it's very different this time around. Very much, it is very Tamers focused, so got to see pretty much all the characters from Tamers, got to see all of the Digimon from Tamers. The only stuff that we're missing is like Gallantmon. Like we even got Sakuyamon and Mega Gargomon. We saw all of the Impmon line. We saw Justymon. I wonder if is Leomon even in Digital Hazard. I wanted to look that up real quick, just in case like he was in there. Hazard set. Yeah, Leomon is in Digital Hazard. The problem is that it is a super rare, I believe. Yeah, it's super rare, so it would have been a very hard card for us to get. Then again, it's only $2 on TCG players, so maybe I'd get it. I don't know what other kinds of like Leomon cards. There's also an alternative art for it. That is just it from the anime, but it's $10. Damn. Don't know if I'd ever want to buy that one. Maybe. Maybe. Anyway, we've gotten quite a lot of Digimon cards in this one as well. And for now, there's only one more like booster pack for me to, or booster box for me to open up. So after that, we'll probably be going back to like Sonic Frontiers for a little bit until we wait for the next ones to come in. So I hope you've enjoyed this adventure of us opening up more Digimon cards. I hope you enjoyed some of the really cool ones we got. And I'll see you guys next time on The Backlog.